Hi guys, a very good morning. Mamukase. My name is Ronald Roko Mapusha. Welcome to African Beyond Television Network. Yes, Zimbabwe. So thank you very much, Pastor Samas, and waiting for you, bro. Good morning. A very good morning, my brother. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for your support here on this platform. And today we want to look at the response from ZANU PF officials, or the Mnangagwa faction has responded to the ZANU PF original faction, which is being led by Jim Kunaka, supported by Godfrey Tsenengamu et al. So I want to get into this video as quick as possible so that we hear what the ZANU PF Mnangagwa faction said regarding the situation at hand, or the circumstances at hand at this moment. So I'm playing this video right now. Stay tuned.
It is one thing to criticize Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa as a ZANU PF president and first secretary, and a different thing altogether to seek the unconstitutional removal of His Excellency Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa as president and commander-in-chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces of the Republic of Zimbabwe. To attempt the latter, expressly or impliedly, will be tantamount to asking for tragic consequences. This tomfoolery must therefore just stop forthwith. Abusing party-registered memorabilia and trademarks by expelled elements, organizing clandestine press conferences to undermine our party and leadership is indeed going too far. It must just stop.
So you have heard, that was Takadzwa Mugwadi, who is the Director of Information within the ZANU PF, led by Emerson Mnangagwa, which is being labeled, in this case, ZANU PF Lacoste. You have heard him responding to Jim Kunaka and his team. And they clearly mentioned that this is something with consequences. And we have reports right now which are speculating that there are plans or plots to arrest Godfrey Tsenengamu. There are plans to arrest Jim Kunaka, and also Musengezi has been joined to that team. The reason why he has been joined is that he is somebody who challenged Mnangagwa's legitimacy in the past, and they believe that this team is working together to make sure that they remove Emerson Mnangagwa. So what he clearly said is that criticism is allowed, but to attempt to remove President Emerson Mnangagwa from power or from his seat of power, he clearly mentioned that it is going to have some consequences. And that is what is interesting at this moment, at this juncture. It means that they are planning to retaliate. They are planning to make sure that the people suffers the consequences. And the question is, who is actually backing this team? Who is actually behind these boys? Because they are actually in Zimbabwe. They were wearing ZANU PF regalia. They held a press conference. They were not arrested immediately. So that is a very important question to say. Who is behind these people? And why is it that they were not arrested immediately? Let's remember, people like Kudzanai Chipanga, they held similar views after General Chiwenga had his press conference. We had people coming to respond, and they were saying that is not going to happen. And what happened next is that they were all apologizing to the general himself. So is this a move by Constantino Chiwenga to consolidate his succession battle for 2023? Because the sad part is that this case, if they are to arrest these people, if they are to fight these people, it is not going to have much impact. They cannot charge them with treason. Why do I say so? They have not called for the removal of Emerson Mnangagwa today. They have called for Emerson Mnangagwa not to run for another term, that is in 2023. So what is going to happen is that Emerson Mnangagwa's president is going to end next year, July, which means there is a possibility and there is an opportunity for a certain member to fight within ZANU PF, to fight for that presidency, to fight to go to the ballot as the president of ZANU PF and as the presidential candidate to the national election, which means treason does not apply here, because the boys said his term expired. They agreed to serve one term, and his term has expired. He has to leave the seat for the latter. So I believe that it makes sense and it holds some logic, because you cannot risk your life removing a sitting president in 2017 for you to be a vice president for 2 terms. That does not make sense to me. So you can actually see that when they came in, I believe that indeed the agreement was there to serve one term, because Chiwenga right now, regarding looking at his health, looking at his age, and looking at what is happening in the opposition cycles, and the failure of ZANU PF at this juncture, it shows clearly that there are no prospects that Chiwenga will be president if he misses it in 2023. There are no prospects whatsoever that in the future he will be the president, he will lead the party. It means you will have to live for the new generation within ZANU PF at a certain point in time. At least again, la cost versus depot element. I don't think that these fights in any way help the opposition parties, but would rather shift their focus from mobilizing people to vote next year. Yes, actually, that is the truth here. These people, in my view, I believe that whatever the outcome, it is going to be the same. That is the reason why you have seen people like Godfrey Tsenengamu, they have not run away. Team Musengezi, they have not run away from Zimbabwe. The Jim Kunakas, they've not run away from Zimbabwe. They're actually fighting here from Zimbabwe. It means it is an inside thing. They're just backing each other to play with our minds, to play with our future, and play with the economy of Zimbabwe, so that we continue to suffer. We can continue to have recycled people from the same political organization which has failed to bring anything better. So I believe that as citizens, we must be able to talk about this. We must be able to enlighten each other about the tricks of ZANU PF. This is what they do each and every time. Look at the people like Kuzane Chipanga, they all returned to ZANU PF. And look at people like Kasukuwere, they're claiming that they're still part of ZANU PF. Jonathan Moore has returned to ZANU PF, which means they believe more in ZANU PF more than change itself. So you have heard the video, and we are going to continue to see the next response by the Kunakas and so forth. That is what is very important. So we are looking at it and see how they are going to respond. Are they going to be arrested immediately? We are going to look at that. Thank you very much, Ruby Zeka Frama and Fungai Titiane, for your comments and your contributions here on this platform. Also, Faso Sama, thank you very much for your contributions and comments on this platform. You make this platform amazing. Thank you very much for your support. Ngatingo subscribe, ngatingo like, ngatingo comment. We have a lot of issues to bring, to cover. I don't know if my schedule will allow me to come here live, because I have other work to do. But I hope and believe that I will be able to come back and talk much about the economy of Zimbabwe. Let's register to vote. Let's go and inspect the voters' roll. So I hope and believe that you have mastered the details here on the screen. You can go to your polling station between 17 and 26 July and go and inspect. You can also use *265# on all mobile networks in the nation of Zimbabwe to check if your details are correct, your constituency, your polling station, your ward, if they are correct, including your personal details. Or if you are abroad, you can check through bvrinspection.zec.org.zw. That is your responsibility. You can do it and check whether your details are correct. If they are not, go to ZEC and make sure that they are corrected. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for your support. Signing out, my name is Ronald Ukwamakusha. Let's meet in other programs as we go on.